just out of frame, there's a crowler of beer.
That sounds delicious. Is it an IPA of some sort, or?
It is an IPA. It's actually a double IPA.
Okay. Now I only drink kind of like semi-local stuff. Can this at least be semi-local to Southern Arizona area?
Absolutely, semi-local to Southern Arizona.
Okay. All right. That's 2 for 2. And you said double IPA.
Double.
Now I don't like my double IPAs to be too big. Could this be under 9% but above 8%?
It can be, and it is.
Well, we have that.
We've got it all.
We have all of these things for this. Give it a shot. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith. And we are AboutBeverages.com. And the beverage that we're about today is the Spawn of Earp from Tombstone Brewing. But it's actually a collaboration with a Phoenix brewery, the Casual Pint, which I don't know if I'd ever heard of them until right now.
No, so. I mean, they don't put themselves out there too much. They kind of hold back.
Casual.
They're pretty casual about it. Yeah.
They're not overt. And that's great.
Exactly. That's fine.
The overt pint.
The overt pint.
That's their sister company.
Yeah. The aggressive pint.
Yeah. The aggressive pint. So yeah, this was actually highly recommended to me by one of my coworkers, Todd, who has enjoyed this one in the past. He actually had found some on tap, actually at Caps and Corks, which is another local bottle shop here. He's in that area often during the week, and he asked me if I wanted one, and I said, yes, please. And so
Hazy IPA from Tombstone. Yes, please.
Yes, please. So thanks to him, we've got that. I don't know, for some reason I thought it was going everywhere, but
it is a little bit messy.
You've got it under control.
I think so.
So we're gonna try this here. Yeah, we've had numerous offerings from Tombstone in the past and in the recent past. And so I'm very excited to get to try this.
So yeah, you said 8-ish%. Like I said, it's 8.3%.
8.3, right.
We don't really know what hops are in there. We were trying to do a little research right before we started podcasting. Couldn't find it. If you do know what they are and want to let us know, you can definitely put it down in the show notes down there on YouTube and comment about that, which we would appreciate. And if you're seeing this and want to be, part of the good times, like say on a Thursday night, when we would be maybe doing this podcast, recording stuff, usually around 9:00 Eastern, you can head on over to Twitch and check that out, because we would love to have you drink along with us.
That's right.
But so hazy IPA, so definitely hazy.
Yeah. We've read a little bit about this. Like I got obviously his personal review, and then I've read a few things online, but nothing specific as to about what is actually in there. So
okay.
But yes, it fits the hazy.
Yeah,
profile.
Definitely.
That's
peach
good.
Tangerine kind of looking.
That's a
coloring.
Good start. Yeah.
So.
Lots of good fruit in there.
Yeah, definitely. I get a little, I seem to get in a lot of these hazies lately, even a little bit more of like a sweet component kind of comes out. Like I'm getting almost like a candied sugar kind of thing with like the fruit that you're talking about. Like, I mentioned it earlier with the color, but like definitely peach comes to mind. Yeah. Little passion fruit, maybe like some of those kind of flavors. Are you getting anything else?
There's maybe like a little orange or a little mango or something, but there's also, there's a
mango.
There's a high note like you're talking about, the sweet, but there's also like a depth, almost like a rind or a, not pith, but like a zest note.
There is like a little light bitterness, a little earthy kind of something like that. It smells fantastic, as I kind of assumed it would.
Yes.
Even when did this actually get canned? I forgot.
6/4.
6/4. Okay.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, but still.
Yeah.
All right. Shall we?
We shall.
That's pretty good.
That is very good.
That is very good. It brought a lot to the table that I got in the aroma, like almost, but then an extra bitterness at the back.
At the back.
Which I was not expecting quite that much bitterness, but I like it. Like it's kind of what I've been very happy with lately with some hazies.
I'm getting like a spiciness, like a, not like a rye, like you get from like a rye whiskey or something like that. That kind of spice that just kind of lays across your tongue. It's not like cinnamon or that kind of
a little more toward the back, kind of like back end of the tongue, like in front of the bitterness, or are you talking about like as
a little
part
in front
of the bitterness
going, and also a little farther, just kind of like all across my tongue. But that's very for 8.3.
Yeah, we've had a few beers lately. I think we even commented on the podcast that just went up recently, the one from Drecker Brewing, that we were like, that's 8%. We're like, oh God, this is dangerous. Like it's just, I mean, like I'm going to pour a little more of this, but like you easily could just, knock this down and enjoy the flavor and everything else.
It's not quite as like easy as the Drecker, because it does have that little bit of bitter.
Yeah.
And it does have that little bit of that dry for me at the front of the tongue, which is actually good, because it's kind of like, I think we've like a governor applying a little bit of break on. Well, no, because you're not going to just.
That's a great call as a governor.
You're not just going to drink. You're going to want to. But I think most palates are going to be like, okay, wait, I need a little refresher here.
Yeah, no, that's actually a really good way to put. I was probably overstating it a little bit with how,
but it's
still very refreshing and easy, but
Yeah.
it's not. But it's not. It definitely is not quite as crushable as that, and,
Yeah.
and because of what you just said. No, I would agree. No, that's fantastic though. That's another winner from now. Can you actually still get this maybe on draft? I don't know if I really saw it in cans locally.
So it was actually initially when Todd
Okay.
was getting it, I know from them, but I think they were limiting it to like 1 or 2 cans
At the brewery.
No, he was getting it at Caps and Corks.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
That actual can, he was
cool.
getting that, and then he happened to see it then like one of the subsequent days that it was that they had it on draft, and he getting a crowler of that. So, because he was kind enough to, like I said, grab me one. So I certainly appreciated that. But we discussed how, especially with that kind of alcohol, that size can, that's definitely something you need to share with somebody, which he did then. And then I knew eventually we'd get around to having this for a podcast. So I'm glad it was sooner than later.
I'm glad he did share. I'm surprised he was like, oh wait, no, this is mine.
This is mine. And he didn't charge me like, $50.
Yeah, exactly.
Keith, that's $50.
There's a finder's fee.
Finder's fee.
But the
and,
beer was only $14
yeah.
for that pint. He's like, yeah, but there's a travel fee. There's
all those things.
Yeah, there's all these things.
We don't want to give him any ideas in case he's watching.
That's true. But what we do want to give you an idea for, thank you for the segue, is that you guys should head on over to our website at aboutbeverages.com. That is where you can find our full history of not only podcasts, but videos, articles, everything. Everything you could ever possibly want that we've done is there in some format. If you only want videos and the most current stuff and want to know when they're hitting the feed, as it were, you can subscribe to us on YouTube. As I mentioned earlier, that is also an excellent option. There are things though, sometimes video is not the greatest for you. You know that, like sometimes you're out and about. Yeah, you don't want to, like, man, I don't want to use up all my data.
Right.
All that kind of stuff. Because data is at a premium.
What I really need is the info.
Correct.
And I can get that, just with audio. I don't need to watch these guys talk.
Where would you get that?
Well, you would get that pretty much anywhere you get your podcasts. iTunes, Spotify now.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio. We're being told of many different places that people are, hey, I found About Beverages here. So hopefully wherever you get your podcast content, we will be there.
Definitely. And along with that, if you want to know when we're going live, whether it's on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages or when we might be just tweeting out different things we're trying throughout the week that maybe we want to get the podcast on, or when I might be doing some gaming or whatever, also on that same place, there are 3 pillars of social media that we do like to talk about. Yeah. And what are those 3 pillars?
Well, you got Facebook, Instagram, and of course, as you said, Twitter. That's probably our number one platform that we use, and we'll let you know when we're going to be going live when we're on twitch.tv/AboutBeverages most Thursday nights. And like Andrew said, he's on gaming throughout the week. We get together usually around 6-ish, 9 o'clock Eastern most Thursdays, and record these podcasts, but we also try other things. We have conversation, we interact with our followers, listeners, and have a lot of fun. So you should join us for that if you have not done that before.
But as we always say, whether we like it or not,
you should give it a shot.